It's a megaphone top. What are you waiting for? I want to talk about a pattern called a broadening pattern, a broadening top. There's broadening bottoms. Also, they call them megaphones also. And those tend to be, on big patterns, pretty significant because what it means is that there's a lot of larger swings going on in the market in both directions. And then eventually what happens is that on the last swing, on bottoms it would be the last sell-off, and on tops it would be the last amount of buying that comes into the market. Then what happens is that the sellers or the buyers get spent. Essentially, they put everything into the market, or on the bottom, sell everything out of the market, and that essentially makes the top or makes the bottom. I want to show you what that looks like when we look at a couple of different periods here in the market. Now, this chart that I'm showing you is a weekly chart that is covering the time period back from 1999 to 2009. Why do I have that? Because, well, it has the beginning of two bear markets in it. Now, I want you to see right over here the beautiful broadening top or megaphone top. You can see that right there, and you could see the same thing right in here. So essentially what happens is that the market, gets volatile, chops around, as you can see, and then one last bit of buying comes in, and all the buyers get spent, and then the market tops and you go into the bear market. You can see that right there. You can see right over here something similar. It was a smaller pattern, but the same thing. They're all moving up and down, and then the last move up in the market, then the market gets spent, and then, well, in this case we went into a crash because of the financial crisis. However, the story is pretty much the same, how those two tops got made. So that's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let's take a look at the same period here in the S&P 500, so you could see how their broad market pretty much did the same thing. A megaphone top, and you can see the top formed right in there as the last buyers came in. Megaphone top right over here, and you could see as the last buyers came in. So you could see that both tops in 2000 and 2007 were pretty similar as you look at that. Megaphone tops, right? So now what I want to do is take a look at current patterns, what's going on right now, and we're going to take a look here at a few other patterns, a few other charts that I think are significant as we put up our chart that I always show of the markets, which is the weekly charts with all of our cycle analysis on there. So I want to get that chart up for you, and I'm going to switch this over to the look at three different charts. We're going to start out by looking at the Russell RUT, and this of course has all my cycle analysis on it and all the phasing on it and everything, but I still want you to see what's going on in here. So just like I showed you in that last in 2007 and 2000, the thrashing as it moves around up and down, and then one more surge to the upside near the top, and you could see the megaphone top right there that is forming. That's pretty dangerous, and when you see that compared to all of these other tops that we have seen in those other years that bear markets followed, well, you've got to be cautious. At least think that, well, that has to be meaningful. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ right in here, and let's just look at these this last surge right in here. Look at that, the megaphone top forming also in there in the NASDAQ as this thrashing up and down comes, and then one more move to the upside as they buy the FANG stocks like crazy, and that's your megaphone broadening top pattern that you see forming in there. And let's take a look at the Dow Jones Transportation Average, which I started out the show talking about the amount of selling that came in. So it had a pretty good down week as the airlines and rails got sold. You could see that right there. there. And here is your beautiful thrashing and your last move to the upside. Is it the last move? Well, you can see in there that it sure does look like a megaphone top when you look at that. And of course, this would now be, if it turned out that this bull market was ending right here, that it is the top of a pattern in here, or the top of a market that is formed by a megaphone top, 2000, 2007, and now we have them in this year. With the market going up, everybody is bullish. Everybody's got a good idea that the markets never go down because the central banks, they've erased all of the possibility of declines. 5% decline in the last year, none. Well, we had almost a 5%, 4.9 or something like that, but on a closing basis, no 5% decline for the stock market in the last year. That is extremely unusual. You think there's a reason for concern? It's a megaphone top. What are you waiting for? This is the time to start reducing your risk, your long-term risk in the market. I think there could be trouble there. So that is a look at megaphone tops. I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also go to askSlim.com and become a level 1 member. No cost to you, and we have some special videos for you to see. I know you'll enjoy it.